Have you ever felt like giving up on a damaged relationship you long to see restored? We all deal with relational disconnects and conflicts that stretch the limits of human understanding and forgiveness. Whether in family, friendships, or romance, fracture happens through misunderstanding, neglect, betrayal, words weaponized out of pain. But take heart, beloved child of God. Our healer stands ready to bind up isolation and mend bonds where reconciliation seems humanly impossible. If you pay attention, Holy Spirit provides gentle indicators of behind-the-scenes divine progress occurring in troubled connections important to your inner peace. The first subtle sign involves disruptions of once predictable communication patterns. Silence descends abruptly where habitual rapport existed before. Your calls go unanswered unexpectedly. Texts receive only intermittent response or none. Prior lively channels of sharing and support slow to intermittent trickles that leave you confused, then concerned. Tension mounts as the change dynamic continues. You may initiate contact, but cannot control whether response flows in return. Attempts to discuss why distance widened hit dead ends. Your wounded heart imagines worst-case scenarios, so you brace for total breakdown and abandonment. However, do not assume the stretching quiet signals destruction and ending. God often uses silent spaces to prepare healing. During relational lulls, Holy Spirit softens soil for planting new seeds and healthier rhythms ahead for renewed relationships emerging stronger after reset. So while the pulling back hurts and confuses, remain hopeful. Refuse anxiety and overreaction even when met by inexplicable cold shoulders. This second sign of chill serves God's good purpose too in rebalancing unhealthy enmeshments. By removing ungodly soul ties and resets through temporary separations, He frees us all to seek Him first above needing constant affirmation or availability from others. Whether for a season or forever, each withdrawal contains divine opportunity for recalibrating around holy priorities, limit setting, and self-improvement while proactively loving those hurting us through pain's fog. Furthermore, view managed expectations as progress. Doing so grants grace for human limitations and schedules that cannot match our intensity or desires. Pulling away strips dysfunctional aspects of former relating. What remains can be rebuilt on foundations of honest communication and realistic expectations after emotional flooding recedes. Whether apart for mere days or seasons, trust God utilizing heart space opened up unexpectedly for both parties' highest good. Fourth, watch for hints of open doors mid-relationship winter. Random, well-timed gestures indicate the deep freeze is thawing despite no direct communication. Prayer intercessions on your behalf may occur without knowledge. Small acts of consideration woven through the silence assure you remain in their thoughts, though contact stays broken. These small indicators nourish hope that reconciliation still flickers on the horizon. Beloved, you remain loved from afar as God reorients perspectives in the stillness between you. Fifth, your unspoken yearning for relationship restoration is itself potency in motion. God harnesses longings that linger despite human discouragement. Place the unsurrendered dream upon heaven's altar, fully expecting divine ordination and satisfaction in God's timing. Keep believing best days emerge for every loss once bitterness lifts. Whether through resurrection of severed ties now or unexpected new relationships later, pray strained bonds into holy hands. His sovereign plans for redeeming isolation bring comfort and community surpassing current lack. Surrender resentments, Tweak unrealistic expectations during periods of unexplained silence or distance. Release constant need to know why communication changed without informing you. Consider whether soul space created is for your growth also. If friendship requires constant reassuring through ongoing drama, then seeking God more intimately results. Sixth, empathize how much courage communicating openly requires when past interactions compounded hurt instead of healing. Not every reconciliation involves guarantee of friendship fully restored to previous levels. Manage hopes realistically. Definition of relationship progress differs for each person needing self-protective boundaries. Yet even small improvements signal breakthrough. If one initial text opens doors to establish tentative truce, this constitutes victory. Baby steps forward counts more than how circumstances appear externally. Seventh, healing manifests through internal heart changes out of public view. As the injured person recognizes root causes driving their withdrawal and reaction, God's light dissolves heart walls erected in pain or self-protection. Perspective expands to hold another's humanity with more compassion. Grace to forgive sprouts gently. Ideas surface for making amends or re-engaging from healthier motives and mindsets. God may prompt private journaling, intensive prayer, or even professional counseling to equip reconciliation. Inner metamorphosis then propels outward demonstration. He who began the hidden restorative work ensures its completion. Eighth, you may notice their demeanor toward others improves as God heals their heart soil. Even without interaction, observe them relating differently in their various spheres. The individual demonstrating less volatility, critical spirit, attention-seeking, or victim identity likely indicates inmate soul shifts through God's intervention. As spiritual fruit blooms ever more visible, past thorns no longer hook and harm. Healing started privately manifests outwardly over time through changed motivations and responses. Ninth, your own soul's loosening grip signals God completing a deeper work within you also. Notice past desperation, anger, and attachment fading. In its place, contentment re-emerges apart from needing constant reassurance or their presence to steady your mind and mood. Holy Spirit sovereignty settles over the unrest that once clamored loudly at delays in communication or reconciliation. Divine affection fills voids. Human inferior love lacked power to satisfy long-term. Their absence awakens healthy self-sufficiency in God alone. His perfect wholeness frees you from seeking others to complete inner deficits. Only He fills flawlessly. So take heart, friends. However disappointed before, stay steadfast in hope now. Where communication lacks, continue blessing those estranged until the day dawns when divine restoration suddenly reconciles hearts long separated but never uncared for. The shepherd who tracks every lost sheep searches tirelessly on steep cliffs. He calls each by name until miracle occurs. Hardened soul transforms through love's flame. Bitter bleeding ceases. Weary and wounded ones nestle safe again in the shepherd's tender, devoted embrace. He lifts high his found ones, so heaven itself celebrates restored connection with Creator and creation. Dance with joy as relationship raises resurrection's banner. Nothing lost remains lost forever once touched by redeeming grace. The God of second chances delights in resurrecting hope, healing, and emotional bonds long mourned as severed. Just when harsh reality screams all is ended, Holy Spirit sings tender lullabies hinting instead new beginnings. So take courage, beloved, and wait expectantly. However long silence extends or winter lingers, anticipate spring streams carrying joy and thaw. The master craftsman is working wonders where eyes see not. Soon ice cracks, heralding long-frozen hearts awakening to beat and flourish with life and warmth again. Rejoice that God links his heart to the lonely and lost ones until they find way home again. Truly no relationship lies beyond the reach of resurrecting eternal love.